Let's see. Estrella Garcia. How you doing? Can you hear us okay? Let's see. Estrella Garcia. How you doing? Can you hear us? Give me a second while I get my bearings here. Just trying to get all this tech in order. Let's see. Hey Brain Bright, how you doing? Welcome to the full moon cruise. I'm gonna pull over here so I can. Let's see. Miami PD for FL. Miami PD for FL. Are you still there?
What does that mean? Police calls go to code 3. Please respond. What does that mean?
You know, for a full moon night, can't really see much of the full moon. Let me pull over here for a second. Alright, let's see. Oh, Becca Vanderbilt's in the house. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so the idea here is there's a age-old legend that on a full moon night, you know, chaos tends to erupt. I think it comes from from Latin lunatico or lunatic or something like that. Luna, of course, meaning moon. Not sure if we're going to see much of the moon. There seems to be some rain clouds out there towards the east and towards our west. The sky's pretty clear above us, but I don't see any. I don't see the moon anywhere. But anyway, the whole idea here is that the you know, the freaks come out when the moon is full. And I've always wondered if it's if police see more activity. I sent this message out earlier, and somebody said that they definitely see more activity in like hospitals and stuff like that, you know. But we'll see. There's been a lot of calls today for a Thursday. There's been about 35 beep tones since midnight, and it's I mean, that's not crazy, but it's pretty decent for a Thursday, I guess. Alright, so let's put on one of these channels here. The freaks come out at night. Yeah, that's right, Sean. How you doing, Sean? All good? Alright, so we are going to be monitoring channel 5 right now. And because we're currently in the Flagami area, and as we drive through the city, we'll switch to the. Also, it's good to hear, Sean. I'm glad you're doing great. As we drive through the city, I'll switch to the channel that you know, for the district that we're in. And then the whole idea here is that as we get beep tones, we'll start heading towards them if they are interesting. But we're gonna count. We're gonna keep count of how many beep tones we get. We might get none. You know, we might get 10. Who knows? I gotta figure out an easier way to send notifications out from these lives. I tend to have to do it manually now, but I mean, it's not a big deal. It's just kind of difficult. So how's everybody doing tonight? The chat's open. You guys can those of you who are not subscribed, you can click subscribe, click on the notification bell, click on like. Notification bell obviously will let you know when we go live. Clicking on the like button really helps the channel because it, you know, does all the algorithm stuff. And then obviously sharing it, you know, anybody who you think that would find this content interesting, send it to them. You know, just hit the little share button down there and send them a text or you know, post it to your social media. And that really helps out. Where do you guys think we should go? Where do you think we should go first? Where do you think something's gonna happen next? Where do you think something's gonna happen next?
John says noticeably more action on full moon. Not yet. Not yet, John.
Yeah. No. In fact, it's been pretty quiet. The last call that went out was in the North District, Channel 1, about an hour ago, I guess. So it's been quiet for about an hour. In fact, I'm actively monitoring Flagami right now, and the last transmission there was about 4.5 minutes ago. So not only are there no beep tones, there's no actual dispatch activity. So not even like regular calls right now. But the night is young. So yeah. What?
Bridge is going up.
The bridge is going up?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right.
Cherry Tart, Flagler and 8th Ave.
Yeah, more or less. It's I think eastbound is first. But yeah,
On
right about there. Yeah, 5th.
Miami PD for FL. Go to Model City. Seeing police responding.
Yeah, that was about an hour ago. That's channel 1, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And that call was about a person named Johnny, about 5'10", wearing a white shirt and gray pants, and that's all we know. Somebody's taking the TGK. Not much going on in that call. It's about 7:56 p.m., 8 p.m. Historic Overtown. What, the bridge that we're on now? Yeah, this is the
425. Any local control unit to 15 West.
Wait a minute, let me listen to this real quick, because there's, there might be a QAH on channel 5, because a canine unit.
I'm also waiting for the first neighborhood.
It's funny because the map was lit up like a Christmas tree earlier today. There was little overheads flashing all over this map, and now there's only 2 areas. So yeah, you live in that Model City, Little Haiti area. Yeah, that's a busy district. That's a busy district. That is central. Actually, no, that's sorry, it's north. So that Model City area is definitely channel 1. QAH is when they hold the air. Their QAH is basically maintain radio silence or leave the air open for emergency communications only. Oh yeah, you know what, Becca? Hold on just a second. Hold on.
You server relief reference transport. I don't think the wing's going to be on the trip.
Okay, yeah, no, there's no QH on that channel. Yeah, you know what, Becca? We were talking about that on one of the last lives of that place, Cuckoo Clock, up there. Very, very good. Not a lot of places left like that, little tiny places with, folding chairs or not folding chair, but you know what I mean. It's like, kind of like a shared table. There was maybe, what would you say? There was like 6 tables in there in a bar with 4 or 5 stools.
6.
Yeah. Let's see.
Miami PD for FL says go to Edgewater.
Yes, sir.
Edgewater. All right. Well, I think the prevailing theory here is go north. Head north. Get out of Flagami and go north. So we're heading into downtown now, and we'll head up there and see. All right. So here we go. Here's a poll for you. Let's see if we can get this poll going. where do you think the next beep tone is going to happen? Channel 1, Channel 3, Channel 5, or Channel 7? That's north, central, west, and south. Yeah, no liquid cops. I mean, it might rain though.
200 hours. Okay, so I'll show you on the 29th, and then it's 4229 Bravo 06 is at midnight, then I'll send them to the transport. Sounds good? Yeah,
Becca's asking, what are liquid cops?
Alright, so John says Channel 1.
4229 Bravo, the 19 is for you. Can I clear you for that?
John says Channel 1 is where the next beep tone happens.
Primary.
Liquid cops, Becca, is rain. Seems like when it's raining, nobody wants to commit any crimes.
Disregard. Okay. 4229 Bravo, we're leaving for 235. At TTK with the 39. 4229. Bro. Go on.
Becca says central.
2117. 4102, where everyone? Okay. Yes, sir, thank you. 2117, man.
Where's everybody from? Hey, Miami PD for FL. Nope. Nothing on a code 3 yet. CJ's from Hialeah, my stomping grounds. Sean's from the 305.
Says, from Miami, born and raised, where my mom's Cuban and dad's Mexican.
Cuban and Mexican from Miami. John says Little Havana.
No mames.
No mames way.
I used to live near Havana, Shenandoah, the Rhodes area. Thought that's where I grew up.
That's cool. Let's see, which way are we going here?
Little Haiti, Buena Vista. It's getting really nice up there in the Little Haiti, Buena Vista area.
Is it one way?
Yeah, yeah.
It is?
Yeah. It's a
I almost went the wrong way on a one-way.
Pinche way. Yeah, the area is on the rise.
Yeah.
One of the last lives we talked about Pepe's. Well, Pepe's is in the design district.
It's Midtown, I guess.
Kind of Midtown design
Yeah,
district.
kind of on the on the border. It's on the design district side.
Perfect, Jason. Cheers, man. find myself on the center off the Central for 4520.
A lot of 29s lately.
Yeah, there's been a lot of robberies. Yeah.
4524. Yes, sir. Show me on the center off the Central for 4520. Here's 2120.
See if I can get this glass clean. You know, there are a lot of calls in the north area.
What's a 29?
29's a robbery.
I was asking what's a 29 and a 3?
So 29's a robbery. A 3 is a code 3 means that they're asking the units to respond with lights and sirens. So it's an emergency. So if you hear something like 329, that means hurry up and get to that robbery. Or you might hear something like, you know, please respond to a previous 29, and they're not going to respond lights and sirens because it already happened. But when it's in progress, typically you'll have, a 3 in front of it. So like if there's a 17 M, that would be like a minor car accident, like a fender bender. But if it's a 317, it's typically like a rollover, somebody stuck in a car, there's injuries, so they respond on a 3 or a code 3. Hey El Marino, how you doing? Any relation to Dan? Bet you get that a lot. .330 shot spotter. Beep. Yep. It's more like beep. 330 shot spotter. Or, 7515, make it a 330 shot spotter. 75, something else. Somebody else to 15.
Alright, so they're asking, would a 29 be a street robbery, like a holdup? Brain Bright asks, robbery like a house or car, is there a difference?
Yeah, so a 29 is definitely like a robbery, like somebody robbed somebody else.
A person.
Yeah, like a person. If somebody walks up to you and says, "Hey, give me your wallet," that's a robbery. And then there's a burglary, which is a 26, and that means like, a house, an unoccupied dwelling, location, whatever.
Car?
That was
burglar is a car?
I think so. I'm not sure. There's also larceny, which is a 27. That's typically like retail. Like somebody walks into a CVS and walks out of there with a bunch of stuff not paying for it. That's a 27.
So Cherry Tart, I used to work right there at the 888 Casey Center. Casilla Center.
Casey Center. Casilla Center. I don't even know what that's called. I'm still calling the Dolphin Stadium Joe Robbie. As far as I'm concerned, this place is still called, even though it was never that, but the Miami Arena. Someone got held up at gunpoint earlier. and fled on a bike. Yeah, CJ, I think it was was it a bike or was it like an electric scooter? It could have been an electric bike, I guess, but I'm pretty sure I heard them say something about an electric scooter. Like those little two-wheel stand-up scooter jobbies that everybody's riding around on. I saw some dude, which I didn't actually see him taking any packages, but I'm like 99% sure that guy was riding around on that thing and picking up, porch pirating and picking up Amazon packages from people's porch.
You just aged yourself.
Yeah, I'm old. Throwback to FTX Arena.
CJ says I grew up with the Orange Bowl.
Yeah, well, exactly. I spent a lot of time in the Orange Bowl. I went there a lot. I remember when they built Joe Robbie. FTX Arena took your chain. That was a robbery.
Miami Arena are now gated apartments.
Yeah, I know. You know that at one point, the second most likely place to get mugged in the United States of America was on the street in front of Miami Arena. At South Miami Ave, or Northeast 2nd or whatever blocks that it, in the area surrounding the Miami Arena, it was the second most likely place in the entire US to get mugged.
My family rented car space for the Orange Bowl. I still remember that. And they still do that for the Marlin. Was it the Marlin Stadium or is it called something else now?
Well, it was Marlin. Wait, it was Marlin Stadium originally, and then I believe that it was that FTX, if I'm not mistaken.
What was the first likely spot to get robbed?
The first likely spot was somewhere. The first likely spot was somewhere like in Los Angeles. I can't remember where, but it was somewhere in Los Angeles. And the second most likely spot to get robbed in the U.S. was right around the arena.
It's Lone Depot Park now.
Yeah, it's called Lone Depot now. It was FTX. I believe it was FTX.
CJ says that he got jacked there once by a homeless guy acting like a parking attendant. He took me for 20 bucks.
We're not laughing at you, CJ. Laughing with you.
The Lone Depot founder also has a sick fishing team and fleet. World's largest sport fish yacht, too.
What? They changed the name to what? To the Marlins? Is that what you're talking about, CJ?
Lone Depot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Lone Depot. Is it still Lone Depot or is it something else now? I don't even know anymore, dude. Like I said, I'm still calling the Dolphin Stadium Joe Robbie.
Yeah, Orange Bowl's long gone.
Yeah, they tore that down years ago.
Sad.
I mean, it was an old dilapidated piece of junk.
I know, but they should have still named it, I think.
The Orange Bowl?
Orange Bowl, yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, the bar across the street is still there, but...
No, that bar's gone. The one that's right across the street?
Isn't the building still there?
I think the building's still there, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I mean, that place hasn't seen anything but roaches and mice for...
CJ says that he was on a date. He was 17. He said he was going to get changed and right around the corner from the baseline.
Wait. So is there more to this story, CJ?
Is that your last 20 bucks?
You were 17, and it was at the Miami Arena. 20 bucks was a lot of money back then, man.
Yeah. Marlins Park is still Lone Depot. Kaseya Center AAA was called FTX Arena for 1 year, but after the founder CEO of FTX was indicted, They changed the name. Wow. Yeah, I remember that too, John. They were taking the seats.
4235 Bravo.
Oh, yeah.
CJ, no, he said he was a parking attendant.
How do you feel me?
Probably my last 20.
Oh,
38 now.
Alright, good. So can you please me on a 34?
So he told you he was the parking attendant and you handed him 20 bucks. Wow.
All the way, thank you.
Alright, man. Hey, do you guys remember? I don't know if there's enough. I don't know if there's enough cumulative age in this chat to remember this. It wasn't really a huge story, and the only reason why I remember it is because it's close. It was close to me. There was a dude that he was a homeless guy, and he was arrested on a Metro-Dade transit bus. Because I think he said he had a bomb, or maybe he pulled a knife on somebody. No, I think he said he had a bomb. And it was a big deal, dude. They arrested this guy. I'm talking about, this must have been back in the late 90s. And this guy was like, you know, whatever. I mean, he was like, they made a big deal out of it. It made the news, you know. It was like a whole, you know, it was treated like a whole big deal, you know. And I think that's what it was. I think that he said that he had a bomb and he had a bag with him, and they had to stop the bus, and then they were like negotiating with him, and you know, it took them hours to talk him out of there, and he had hostages. Does anybody remember that story? Nobody?
CJ says I saw a movie with Sandra Bullock like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, okay, fine, but there was this guy. This happened in Miami, and it was in the late 90s. I can't remember exactly what it was, like, as far as like what the type of weapon was, you know, but it was a big deal. They called SWAT in, and you know, whatever. Anyway, if anybody remembers that story, that guy, when I was very young, and I used to work at the county attorney's office.
What year?
It must have been in the late 90s. Sometime between 1996 and 1997, if I had to guess. Maybe it happened in 98, you know. But I worked over there at the county attorney in 96. It's that Stephen P. Clark building in downtown, right across the street from the courthouse. Well, I used to walk down there to the lobby area, and just outside in the little, you know, that little area outside. And that guy was always there. He would just sit there, you know. And every time I'd walk out there, he'd ask me for a cigarette. And I'd give him one. And he'd start talking, you know. And you couldn't understand half of the things he was talking about. You could tell the guy was all there. But I remember that. I remember talking to him, and then a couple years later, seeing him on the news and being like, oh my God, I used to talk to that guy every 2 hours for a year. You know, while I worked at this place. But yeah, if nobody remembers that, it doesn't mean anything.
That was the guy?
That was the guy. It was the guy that you know, took those people hostage or whatever on the Metro-Dade bus.
CJ says, I remember a business driver driving into a police station like a year ago when something happened on the bus.
No, this wasn't a year ago. This was decades ago, man.
And also, CJ says, I did a ride along with the city in 99 or 2000.
Yeah. CJ, you old, bro.
You're not old at all.
Yeah, they do. They say some of the most interesting, like, I kind of sit there sometimes like, bro, I wonder, like, is this guy like nuts, or is this the kind of thing that, you know, like you wonder, you wonder if half of what they're saying, even if half of what they're saying is true, it's crazy, dude.
Well, that was the guy with the bomb on the bus.
That guy. Wait, who said that?
Cherry Tart.
Yeah, John, I would think so. Does anybody see the moon? I haven't seen the moon. It's supposed to be a full moon. I think we got gypped. I don't see the moon. Usually to
CJ,
this.
for a while it was fun with family. You mean you're right along, CJ? Like you have family in the police department?
Forty-four, 22 Bravo. 44, 22 B. Mike, can you place me on the 15 at 888 Escape Boulevard, reference to CVS? I got a call from the manager reference.
Yeah. The viewers are getting up there. That's pretty exciting. I think this is a first.
If only something would happen.
Yeah, I know. Uh-oh.
Yeah, QSL. It's going to be for the CVS. Yes, no, copy.
Aggressive somebody. I didn't catch what they said, but aggressive somebody refusing to leave from the CVS on Biscayne Boulevard.
4421. One. 4421.
Uh-oh, they can't find 4421.
4421.
Oh, there he is.
Yes, I need a 15 at 888 Biscayne Boulevard.
888 Biscayne Boulevard. No. All the way back down there.
Yes, I'll show you an article report and I'll show you.
Hey, what's up with these blue lights? What's the final verdict on these LED lights, these blue LED lights? That they're, anybody know?
Yes, 0906, please. 5845.
People are always getting arrested.
Miami, show me the 10, reference to Alea, side 4130.
CJ,
4335.
I first shot a gun when I was 7, an AR. That's 7?
Who?
CJ.
Yeah.
A heavy gun for 7, no?
I don't know. Not really. Is it the 22 with a big casing?
Mike, you got a 70. The manager called me back. He said that the subject left the area. Tell them to keep the unit and
Says you guys don't like quiet nights? Better when nothing happens. I assume you're still busy with other stuff. I love them.
So what are you going to 7 to 15?
Yeah, busy during the day.
2139, maybe.
Night's still young though.
Where's the moon?
I don't see it anywhere. I've been driving around in circles here trying to look out to find it, but I can't find it. It's it's obviously somewhere to our south or just south. Probably somewhere in the
CJ. Your name is Alex. Okay. And he loves the blue lights.
Let's go this way.
Cherry Tart says, my neighbor thinks the blue lights radiate 5G, so he thinks the CIA is on him.
Does he wear a tinfoil hat?
Marine 15, 13. Yes, other kind of Marine 14 market. Marine 14. Yes, I'm still sharing the 10. 10-11 MacArthur. Hear you? Okay, you can show me on it. Okay,
Hey, look, one of these Waymo. Is that Waymo? No, that's not Waymo. What the heck is that? What is this thing? Is this Waymo? It looks like Waymo. Autonomous test vehicle. Huh.
Oh.
We should follow this thing around. Photobomb. We can photobomb the Waymo.
That's interesting.
Convenience stores and underpasses have blue lights so IV drug users can't see their veins? Really? Some people also play loud classical music. Yeah, we're in Midtown. I'm dying to look inside this car to see if... Oh, he's making it right. It is making it... Oh, it's not making it right.
Can't make it right there.
There's another one over there. That's what I'm trying to find out. I'm trying to see if there's anybody actually driving it or if it's like empty. Hey Chase, it's going. Look, there's two of them.
Yeah, there's two people in that one.
Let's see if there's anybody in this one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's people in there. Autonomous vehicle. Get out of here. Oh look, there's another one over there.
And another one. What is going on?
Wow, there's like 4 or 5. Yeah. 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 Yeah, there's a nice big check coming if one of these things hits you. That's all right. I'm pretty sure that the investors have already calculated that, the insurance companies as well.
Should we be going north?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn around now in a minute when I can. Let's see. Let's see. Who was Chase? Chase. No, I am not with the Miami Police. I am not with the Miami Police. We just run a scanner. If you go check the the rest of the live feeds, you'll see that there's 4 scanner feeds, one for each of the districts in the city of Miami. I've been running this for about 4 years now, and about a week or so, maybe 2 ago, I did the first live like on the road, or actually it was on a street corner, and I kind of liked it. And it was encouraging to people who I had never, interacted with. But yeah, it's going pretty well. Nothing is happening right now, which we fun of going to these calls or whatever, or have fun with going to these calls, but it's a good thing that nothing's happening, you know? There's no crime going on, so that's good. Let me turn around and go back north. Guys, if I can't see all of your messages or respond to all of your messages, it's because I'm driving. I can't really pay that close attention to the text on the screen there. But I've got my trusty sidekick with me. He'll read your messages to me every now and then. If she finds something interesting, though. So make it interesting.
MiamiPD for FL says, I play Flashing Lights Simulator, a video game simulation role-play game. All first responders, police, fire, EMS.
Flashing Light Simulator. What is that, like, what type of game is that?
Simulation role-play game.
Yeah, but like, what's the idea? Like, what is the goal? So it's like a sim game or a simulation game, kind of like Sim City, I guess, or what are all the newer ones? I know what you mean, but like, what's the gist? Let's go this way.
Yeah, John says, for being such a big city, Miami honestly feels really safe to me. It has been.
Yeah.
Recently, right?
Yeah. It is. They do a good job, man. You know, I mean, I'm sure that people who don't live here, you know, they get all the negative stuff. You know, oh, there was this many shootings and that many stabbings and this many robberies and whatever. But you know, I mean, as far as big cities go,
so the game is it's a first responder simulator.
Got it.
And then Sean says, next episode, Crooks and Coffee.
Crooks Coffee.
1789 Biscayne Boulevard, 1789 Biscayne Boulevard. So by 40 to 50 for address and ordering 2148 4523. When you get on the level 7, we're going to take a stand for 45 application. 1520. 45, 23, 26, I copy of 10 Central Loop, Authority. 4522, you can show me around 500, just show me your number there, I'm requesting an application. And 45, 22, very fine, you're going to be responding? 4522, is a haircut, 4522, I'll show you responding, and I'll show you the way from the station. 4524. 4524. You can show me around to that call. 4524, Robert, 4524.
What's happening?
Nothing.
4523? Authority is 4520 for the 10.
MiamiPD does a great job, Sean says. Yeah, they do.
45 San Francisco Authority.
Yeah, they do.
4531, they get a 27 report. 452 Northeast 31st Street.
Maya, right there.
Where?
Where, Alex? Oh, headquarters, you mean?
Are we? No. I mean, well, yeah, just a couple blocks that way, no? All right, easy.
17th and North Biscayne.
Yeah.
4235 Bravo.
4235
3409. Replacement on a 19 on North Miami 24.
North Miami 24.
QSL, floor tag, Alpha Golf 3, 2 Hotel Zulu, period.
And it comes back, curious. Actually, correction, it comes back to an unknown vehicle. Unknown vehicle assigned that person of 83025. Verifying Alpha Golf 3, 2 Hotel Zulu.
That's QSL.
I'm not gonna make a U-turn here, but I'll head back that way in a second.
Toyota, stand by on the mix.
Toyota, QSL.
Hey, Joe. Joe Franco says come through to downtown.
2426.
All right.
4420. Show me 06.
How you doing, Joel?
Yes, well, thank you. 2156.
We'll head out there.
35 Bravo.
We just came from there, actually.
Thank you.
Yes, well, is it color?
Black and color.
Black Toyota Camry. Yes, well. 2156.
Let's get back on Biscayne and head south.
Four 436.
4436.
You can show me going by 4522's call.
Wow, dude. We're almost an hour in and not a single emergency.
2153.
Jay says you should come up to North Miami Beach. Is there something going on there?
Well, that's definitely not City of Miami.
Miami to Marine Patrol.
And Becca says I understand every third word they say and random numbers. I don't know how they do it.
You just gotta listen more.
Just Alpha 13, heading at 1198 Venetian Way.
It takes a while to kind of get used to the cadence.
He believes that his TV was stolen.
You know, it's meant to be like short form language, you know, not necessarily coded, but you know, it takes a lot longer to say, you know, larceny or theft in a retail location than it does to say a 27. So, you know, when time is of the essence, getting the entire message out there is, you know, quickly is crucial. And that's the reason why it's done that way. So basically you have a unit number. You know, when you hear the dispatcher come on, they'll say the unit number that they're trying to dispatch. They'll give them the code, you know, the call code. It'll be preceded by a 3 if it's an emergency. And then every time that they send one unit to a call, they send at least one backup unit, which is a 15. So you'll hear the dispatcher come on and say the unit number, and then say what the call code is, and then dispatch the 15 with their unit number, and then they'll give an address and a description, typically a longer description of what's going on. Sometimes it involves, like, you know, a description of the subject, or a description of the problem, or, you know, if it's a car accident, they'll describe the cars or the vehicles involved, or what, you know, if rescue's en route, or something along those lines. And then at the end of the transmission, they will give the time, whatever the timestamp is, and it's a military time, or 24-hour clock. So, you know, you'll hear, like, you know, 21:56, you know. That's the time. And then at the very, very end, they'll do what's called station ID, which is,
nice to hear to the right.
It's like an FCC regulation thing, which means you have to identify, the station has to identify what station it is, who's broadcasting. So they'll say Miami. So basically, just to recap, it's the unit number, the code, the 15, and their unit number.
Nothing's going on here.
And then, no, but isn't this where Central is? Around here somewhere? I don't really know, to be honest with you. We saw it the other day.
Any updates on the 2 shootings in Little Havana area?
No, nothing. In fact, you know what? Speaking of, I was at Versailles yesterday, and there was a bunch of like paramedics, you know, like paramedics there, like 6 or 7 of them, you know, having some coffee or whatever. And I started talking to them, and I told them about it, and they had no idea what I was talking about. They had zero clue what I was talking about. So yeah, no updates, no news, no nothing. Haven't heard another word about that at all. And just like that thing that happened on 985 at 6 o'clock in the morning, you know, a week ago. Or I think it was either the 3rd of July or the 4th of July in the morning. You know, unresponsive male laying in the road, hysterical female, you know, a car that sideswiped them or hit them or maybe left, you know. So it was like a 17 and an 18, and, you know, and it turns out that the female was a victim of the dude that was laying, and was like a kidnapping or something like that. All of that came out in the air, and there was media on the scene, and I mean, just a big deal, you know. It's like, wait a minute, what is going on here? And then complete and utter silence. Nothing after that. No news, no reports, not even a video or anybody on YouTube or Twitter or anywhere else, independent or otherwise. Just absolutely nothing. It was like some Jason Bourne stuff going on, you know. It's like the kind of stuff you see in movies, you know. It's crazy.
John says, do you think MiamiPD will ever encrypt their radio like Coral Gables does? And if they do, is there anywhere around it?
There was talks about encrypting several years ago in MiamiPD. In fact, I think that they tried it when they were changing their system over. They had all kinds of problems with it. But they had to undo it and go back to the regular system because their radios were all messed up. And then they changed their radio system. Well, they didn't change it twice, but they took the encryption off. I think that's what ended up happening. And then the radio started working again, and and everything was fine, and they haven't really done anything. I haven't really done anything about that since then. That was maybe 4 or 5 years ago, maybe more. Will they ever do it? Maybe. I mean, the possibility is always there. They do have encrypted channels that they use. You know, some of their detail channels and their tactical channels are encrypted, especially the Tri-City stuff or anything that has to do, or you know, the multi agency stuff that they do is pretty much all encrypted. Is there any way around it? Not really.
Make a left.
Make a left? Okay. What are we doing?
I guess it says to go to Wynwood.
Oh, okay. All right, we'll drive through Wynwood. So, is there a way around it? No, not really. I mean, you look, anything encrypted can be decrypted if you have the keys, you know. So with some effort and, you know, and maybe huge amounts of delays or, you know, whatever, you could possibly do something like that. But even if you could do something like that, it is, it's highly illegal to decrypt encrypted communications of any kind, especially public service or public safety, or any government encrypted stuff. You know, it's just not. It's not easily feasible, and it's just not something that you want to be doing. Yes, it would definitely be illegal to decrypt. And that's across the board, by the way, John. That's not just because it's police. Any type of communication that's encrypted it is highly unlawful to decrypt any encrypted communications. As a general rule, you know. And then, you know, I think the city of Miami is and most agencies, you know, I think that they have a real good balance between the public need to know and what needs to be kept private, you know. And they do a really good job of that. They do, you know, they have a TAC channel for every one of the they have a tactical channel for every one of the dispatch channels, and you'll notice that no one anywhere transmits or broadcasts any of those tactical channels. It's kind of like an unwritten rule, you know, like a courtesy, you know. You don't talk about what goes on there, you know. You want to listen to the tactical channels, go get your own scanner, kind of thing. You know what I mean? And keep it to yourself, you know. It's kind of like a known thing amongst the scanner community. Even Broadcastify, which is where the majority of the scanner broadcasters are, when you join their community, they basically tell you that, you know, they give you a list of rules, you know. And chief among them is, you know, you only transmit the standard dispatch police work channels, you know, not the tactical or car to car or anything like that, which is obviously understandable for obvious reasons.
Speaking of decryption, what's CJHEJDL? Why don't you tell us, Alex? I took CS50 and infos.
I took CS50 and InfoSec. Alright, you're going to have to give us a little more than that.
23?
Can't.
4223.
Alright. Challenge accepted.
24
When I have time later, I'll sit down and figure it out.
Four two three five Bravo.
4235 Bravo 15.
1917. We're taking another 19 inch UPH.
Where's Miami Avenue to 415?
24 attack, Foxtrot Echo Bravo Tango 02. Carrier.
Oh, yes, so 2269.
Alright, so.
We'll go reference to tag information. Contact serials to 2020, pressure to 2013 Silverbolt second quarter. Expiration of 3/30/26. 2269.
How much battery? Uh-oh.
What?
Did I lose you guys there?
4235.
4235.
Good evening 09 28706. Radio 0986.
Yes, sir. Good evening, 2479.
Marine 15.
Marine 15.
360, yes, sir.
Arrival and canvassing. Lock all back, please.
Yes, sir. People calling from a distant other line.
Yes, sir. I'll continue canvas, but there's nobody fighting me down right now.
There's the moon.
Yes, sir. You only have the
Is
white
it?
elbow.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yes, sir.
There it
Yes,
is.
sir. Allow you to the carrier down around the corner line with a bridge.
There's the moon. Peeking out from behind the clouds. Huh.
Like 10 times I lost.
Oh, wait. Too far. Uh-oh. The latency on this. The latency on this is just crazy.
4535.
Can you guys see us now?
4535.
You show me on.
Yes, sir. 27.
Yeah, it looks like it's okay now. The connection is okay now. Alright. Let me zoom back out here.
Enough of the moon.
Yeah. It's there. Still there.
I think if the clouds would go away and the weirdos could actually see the moon, that's when we're gonna get some action.
The weirdos. Is that politically correct in 2025 to say weirdos? I did say freaks earlier. Is that PC? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know anymore, man. Gotta be so careful with everything you say. Alright guys, well it looks like we found a T-Mobile dead spot. It looks like it's north. No, it's northwest. It looks like it dropped off on Northwest 2nd. Right when we turned south from 36th Street. And then for about maybe a quarter mile. Maybe less. 1/8 of a mile. Well, yeah, I've been to those, Alex.
We've all been to those, I think.
We've all been to those. Well, apparently Alex hasn't.
You know what it is? You have like friends or family members that come from out of town, and you want to take them. You want to show them something weird. Take them to one of those full moon parties.
Yep. Not that we would know anything about that.
Some girl in a drum circle tried to baptize me with a palm
4133.
from a tree. She lit her on fire, and it never went back. Oh my god.
Yeah, there's usually a lot of cops involved in those things, especially around midnight. And they're like, all right, guys, time to go home.
There used to be a fence along that on the beach, but now I think they took the fence down, and it's like an open, it's like a little park area, if I'm not mistaken. It's like 70 something, and I don't know if anybody's been by there recently. Yeah. Again and again.
It's fun though, man. You know, it's certainly different. Yeah, it's what I remember of those full moon things or whatever on the beach is just how hot and muggy and windless. Seems like it's always in the summer, you know.
It's every full moon.
I know it's every full moon. I'm just saying, it seems like every time we go, it was like in the middle of the summer. I just remember being so sweaty and hot and, you know, like, miserable.
Yeah. They do acid over there and run around in the sand.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That definitely happens. Yeah.
You get all the hacky sack people and the drum circles, the fire jugglers.
Yep.
There once was a girl that had a bunny on a leash.
Yeah.
Poor bunny.
He looked like he was having fun.
That bunny was scared.
I mean,
It was nighttime with a bunch of fire and people running around.
And drums.
El Marino, you should try it one day. One night.
Yeah. way are we going here? Let's keep going north. We haven't gone north of 36. Let's go. Well, it's been over an hour. Not a single beep tone. And yeah, I think that this full moon thing is thoroughly debunked. Or all the crazy people are on the beach. Wait, can we say crazy? What is it? What is the acceptable term for lunatic in 2025? 1 out of 10 do not recommend.
It's not that bad.
I mean, it kind of is. It's not bad.
You know, it isn't if you get into it. If you bring a drum with you.
Yeah, bring a drum. Bring a drum. Right, so...
If anything, just to people watch.
Yeah, the people watching is fun.
Alex says, I'll be listening to repeaters and I'm sure something will happen soon. Oh, look at
The little robots.
Well, we're here for it, Alex.
Hey, Alex. Isn't the or I was gonna say the guy, but I'm pretty sure it's a few. But isn't one of the dudes that runs the Miami PD radios? Isn't he on the repeaters a lot?
What's going on up there?
I think it's that whole high vis thing that they're doing. They've been doing that for about a year now, I guess. Maybe 2.
Becca says...
Nope, not me.
Becca, you got a full ocean there. You could have just jumped in the water.
You can't get into it when it's 1,000 degrees and your life is flashing in front of you on a loop.
Alex says, I try to find the repeaters, but I don't know Telegram and others. I'm just with YouTube and the Scanner radio app, but I know what's going on. Some stuff I didn't hear the shootings in Little Havana yesterday. Yeah, on the 4th of July was is that the one you're talking about?
Unless there was another one I didn't hear about.
No, it's not just you. There are a million scooters.
Oh yeah.
1435 Bravo.
Yeah.
4235B.
09 will tell me. Can you please be another 19 on Northwest?
A million scooters and 100,000 scooter accidents.
Yes, sir.
Remember we saw one on US 1 once.
73
Yeah.
Bravo, Quebec, Tango Uniform Carrier.
Yeah, those things don't tend to turn out very well for the scooter riders.
Bravo, reference to the tag information on your vehicle. 73 Bravo, Quebec. Tango Uniform, on Victor, you 2012 to white. First is a white, 2012 to Dakota. Expiration 1025. 1025. Connected to online.
Marine 15.
El Marino says, every day I hear a call of a pedestrian being hit, and Becca answered, by a scooter?
No. I mean, sometimes, but no. Yeah, every day there's so many people. It's, you know, I don't think that people understand how many people get hit while walking or crossing the street in the city of Miami on a daily basis. It's incredible. Incredible. I mean, everywhere. People get hit everywhere. And, you know, on 8th Street, on Flagler, you know, in downtown, all over Biscayne Boulevard, you know, I mean, on Coral Way. Coral Way, right there where the, where that mall is. I forget what it's called.
The old Miracle Center.
The old Miracle Center. Somebody gets hit by a car there. I mean, saying once a week is probably, you know, is probably too much, but often enough where it's like, oh, somebody else got hit by a car, you know? It's horrible.
Alex says, I feel bad, but people are crazy. What are they doing with headphones and riding a scooter on Biscayne or Little Haiti? Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. You know, and the people crossing the road, same thing. You know, they got their face buried in their phone. They got headphones on. They're not paying no situational awareness whatsoever. Not paying attention to anything around them. And then the people on the street are doing the same thing. The people driving cars, they're doing the same thing. They're got their face buried in their phone. You know, they're, you know. So, imagine.
It's called Mall of the Americas now?
Mall of the
Miracle Center? Oh, the one on Coral Way?
Mall of the Americas. Isn't that like on Flagler in like 80 something?
I don't know. Yeah, Mall of the Americas is on where the Home Depot and the Costco and all that. Unless they changed that.
Yeah. I don't know. What about Castle Park? Who remembers Castle Park? Speaking of that area.
Nobody's gonna remember.
Somebody's got to remember. Come on. Mall of No Americans. Okay. Yeah.
Oh my god.
What?
I don't know the one on Coral. Yeah, the one on Coral Way, Alex, it used to be
The Miracle Center.
called the Miracle Center.
It's just like a big box.
For many, many years. It was actually nice when it was the Miracle Center. And then they completely redid it and they called it Paseos. And then that sucked. And then they redid it again and now it's what it is now.
It's got like a Marshalls and a Marshalls. It used to have a Bed Bath & Beyond.
Yeah. Becca, yeah, the cars parked in front of that mall on Coral Way, yeah, those, I don't know how there hasn't been accidents there.
There's been plenty of them, yeah. The people run into the back of the Uber driver that stops on the middle of Coral Way, right there on the road, you know, on a 2-lane street where people are doing, 20 miles an hour over the speed limit, always. And cars get hit there all the time. People getting in Ubers get hit. People getting out of Ubers get hit. People crossing from from where the restaurants are across the street get hit.
Alex is asking, what was Castle Park? Oh man, that goes way back. 80s.
Castle Park, man.
80s. I think probably the late 80s.
Yeah.
And it was like arcade games. And
It was an arcade, and they had a humongous go-kart track.
And at night, sometimes they used to have like little mini concerts, and
There were batting cages.
it was a cool place.
Yeah, it looked like a castle. The arcade part, like the indoor part, whatever, was like this big. Nah, not big, but whatever. Like a castle-looking thing, And then on the outside, it was the go-karts, and the batting cages, and it was a great place to go, You went there with $20, and I mean, early on you went there with $20. I think later they started raising the prices so much that I think that's probably why they ended up closing down.
I knew the bodybuilder that shot up the one on US 1. What?
Grand Prix Racerama? What, up there in was it Fort Lauderdale? I don't know. The one on US 1. An arcade or go-kart place?
Grand Prix, yeah, they changed the name to Grand Prix Racerama.
Yeah. Somebody shot that place up? I don't remember that.
I grew up around Flippers.
Flippers.
I don't remember that.
Well, he said he's from Hialeah. Game place. Yeah. That was cool. I was already older with that place. I used to walk to Funorama. Anybody remember Funorama? What mall that was in? CJ, Funorama was a tiny arcade, like an old school arcade at Westland Mall. on 49th Street in Hialeah.
Zone 56 at 2234. 12.535.
All right, I think we hit the city of Miami. I think we hit the city of Miami limits here.
4534. Beautiful, thanks. 2339.
Maybe you show me like that central.
Just now.
Miami Shores.
Mm-hmm.
2231 minutes. 4223 at the front house. Yes, please. Associated Zone 54. You're clear from Mexico? Yes, 54 09 1 report. Back on 10 at this. Sure.
Wow, dude, not a single.
2231 minutes. 4220, 4233 to 4234. 1120.
1120 out QSY.
4230.
Everything 55.
Yes.
Arrival and new mileage is 165602.
Just one.
1125. Show the arrival.
2232. 1233 arrival. 2230.
Nothing yet.
So 3 back. Miami to here. Call back and have the continuous step off. Just stay.
Game
Just
time.
hold.
Game time?
Yeah, Sunset Place. Sunset Place is always. That used to be the bakery center. That place is always like come up and then crashed hard, you know. I don't know what it is about that place.
Head to Miami Ave and 79th Street.
So 33. You can cancel the callback. We'll make contact. Okay. Just
Wait, haven't we been here for something?
What is that?
It's like a strip mall, but it has like different restaurants in it. Did we come here once? Oh no. What's that barbecue place? That was like warehouses. That's supposedly like the only Michelin, one of the only 5 Michelin star rated barbecue places, and certainly the only one.
Shit.
Sorry guys. The only one in Miami. It's not Michelin star, it's like whatever the honorable mention is. Where am I? I'm on northeast.
236 arrival.
Oh,
Running
cool.
mileage
We're here.
88481.
Yeah. North Miami Ave, 79.
Yes, 536.
922.
1122.
This way.
Yes, sir.
I would say the busiest district is Central, probably by far.
Park Director 75.
I think the worst
Yes, sir.
calls
Show me on 6. IBM is 465.
happen in
Good night, please, sir.
in the north area though. About a month ago up here on like I want to say like 56 and 5th or somewhere around there. There was like a whole gangland revenge back and forth kind of going on over the course of a couple of days.
3534
People were getting shot,
Main highway,
you know,
right on the main highway.
shooting up,
you know,
drive-bys.
38, 534.
It's pretty crazy.
Signalization.
Yes, ma'am. 538.
Yeah, Ford gas station. I mean, I guess you need it, you know. I don't really want to make a U-turn to go to a gas station. Just go to the next one, you know, or whatever side of the block you're on, you know.
1133. You guys want me clear to drop my car?
All right, so
Yes, ma'am.
we are in the heart of Little Haiti. What?
Nothing.
I'm gonna turn the biohazard.
Yeah, something smells bad.
Nope.
Is Central Little Havana? No.
Little Havana is kind of like a mix between Flagami and west and south. Channel 5 and Channel 7.
Okay.
We just called on BTRE. We'll go ahead on 3490. Go ahead with the next call.
Yeah, we were talking about Little Haiti
Yes, ma'am. 32.
earlier, but it's really, it's changing. It's getting really nice. Calapata and Hialeah are next to each other.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
Guess so. We'll get right from
They
there.
border each other.
Yes, ma'am. 2241.
I mean, kind of.
31.
31.
Yeah, you drive. If you drive like East 49th
Yes, ma'am. 41.
through or 54th or any of those streets across, like if we make a right here, we'll end up in Hialeah. This area here.
2131.
This area here gets pretty crazy.
Nitron.
Yeah.
Miami 09, show me on an ID 13, reference case number. It'll be reference case number 241011 00699902. Yes, I'll sign for 41 units of everywhere else. 4223. Carol, still change operators. Four two two three. KSK. I'm here for the Roger KSY. I need a robbery or like a KSY for Brown Portrait. Robbery KSY. First floor.
Yeah, that's what everybody from Hialeah says.
What?
East or west?
Both. And Hialeah Gardens. I'm from all over Hialeah.
Al Marina says Hialeah addresses are simple.
Crisis intervention. Wait, what?
Mi abuelita's kitchen. Was that a restaurant?
Let's get back on Central. You know, City of Miami, actual City of Miami. I'm not talking about, Miami-Dade, the greater Miami-Dade area. But City of Miami is not very big. There's a lot of people that live in the, I guess the density over in downtown and that area is, there's a lot of people there. But the actual land area that City of Miami covers is not huge. Anybody know what the population is of City of Miami? Like City of Miami proper? I guess it's. I mean, I know Dade County is like 2, maybe 3 million people. I don't know. It could be 4 for all I know. I imagine City of Miami is probably like a couple 100,000, maybe 3.
Yeah, 44. 4364.
2-4. QSO. Be advised, Miami. My PF receives dead charging.
Yeah, 4323.
Well, that's because they're all names, Becca.
Station.
I don't think anybody memorized those outside of the big ones, the main ones.
43356.
49 high visibility, station another 50, 3 and 14, box number 908.
Yes, ma'am. 44 minutes.
I don't know. When he almost jumped in front of the car, did you see him?
4391.
Hold on, let me see. John says Miami Metro. You see? 450,000 in the city of Miami. That's not. I mean, that's respectable. That's not like a huge.
But millions of guns, Alex.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, there's no question there. Let's go this way.
Remember that ice cream we got from this place?
Oh yeah, that Japanese ice cream from that, what is it called? Exotic Hub. That was good, man. That was really good. Not too sweet. It was nice.
Have you guys tried those ice creams? I think they're Japanese. And they look like Like if it's a mango, it looks like a little mango. If it's a lemon, it looks like a lemon or peach. And they come in like a little box. Does anybody?
Answer for room 91.
Kind of hungry.
4294.
Looking at all these
4391.
all these places that are open here, these food trucks, all this street food.
Come on, 411. Just one period. 22 first round.
Yeah, I didn't try the mango one. I tried the lemon one. It was great.
1494.
And it's just the right size too, you know. It's not too sweet. It's not too much. You know, no repugnante. You know, it's good. I liked it.
Came back at the things that.
Yeah, because we're here on just off of 36.
Is it the buildings that?
No, I just think that there's probably like a little dead spot there somewhere. As a recommended to me randomly, can you please tell me what's happening? Hi, sorry, but I can't pronounce your name because I can't read it. But nothing's happening. We're just driving around, listening to the police scanner, and waiting for something to happen. It's a full moon tonight, so we were testing the theory that when there's a full moon out, that chaos erupts. But as of now, there's been zero chaos. Where are you tuning in from? I don't know what to call you, so I'm going to call you... What do we call him?
Where are you from?
This was recommended to me randomly.
The ice cream place is on Northeast 2nd.
Yeah, it's Northeast 2nd, like right off of 36. It's called Exotic Hub. We went there. We were there last night.
Yeah.
Picked up one of those viral Japanese ice creams that everybody's raving about. It's the only place we could find. They've got a lot of them.
You call me Sally, and Alex says, "Call me VPN."
Hey Sally, how you doing? That girl. Oh look, a pink Tesla.
Nice.
4102. 4102. 4220. 4220. I'll be going to show my unit 6 tonight. Yeah, I'm going to 2250. 5775. 5775. 1906.
What the?
It's that
Oh,
light pole.
I thought it was us.
4324 arrival.
Do I have any water left here? I do.
Yes, sir. Yeah, 2251.
Thirsty. Maybe if we go drive around the south.
Yeah, let's go.
It doesn't look like there's much of anything going
No,
on.
there isn't really. When do you guys think this atrocious?
These arches.
When do you think they're gonna be done?
4136.
Okay.
So you know, you said 17, I reference your 50. Northwest 12 and 12, Northwest 12 Avenue and 12th Street. I'm calling a blue Honda Accord and a blue Lamborghini at 14136.
Northwest 12th Avenue
Yeah.
and 12th Street. A blue Honda Accord and a blue Lamborghini.
Were they racing?
I think they may have had an accident. I thought it was a 17. Let's go back.
50. Northwest 12 and 12, Northwest 12 Avenue and 12th Street. I'm calling a blue Honda Accord and a blue
Okay.
So you know, you said 17, I reference your 50. Northwest 12 and 12, Northwest 12 Avenue and 12th Street. I'm calling a blue Honda Accord and a blue Lamborghini at
Yeah, 17 Mike. Northwest 12th Avenue and 12th Street. That's pretty close. Lamborghini guy's having a bad day. But the rental company is anyway.
You going back?
I'm gonna try to get over there.
Yeah, Batgirl. It looks like, well, you know, to be honest, they're almost done. There's one more little, or maybe like 4 more blocks in one of the arches that needs to be. Oh no, there's another one.
Yeah, there's a whole other one that they haven't.
Oh yeah, no, they're not gonna be done soon.
Yeah, I think this project is slated to be like, I don't know, a couple of years at least. I think it's like a whole thing that they're doing with the highways.
$43.24.
1324.
It's 23 a week, correct?
That's your account.
Shoes up, thank you.
That's 2254.
Dude.
Lost.
You're lost?
Where am I?
So you're like right behind there's the highway. It's 395. There's Wynwood.
Oh, okay.
There's 395.
We're going there?
Yeah.
4522. 4522.
Show me arrival 4324.
That's 2255.
The 2-seaters?
Oh.
Those T-Rex or T-Rex? I think they're called T-Rexes or something like that.
Which one are the really nice ones? Vanderbilt?
Is it Vanderbilt? No, I don't think it's Vanderbilt. That's Becca. Vanderhall.
Vanderhalls.
Vanderhall.
Motorcycle engines?
on the T-Rex? Maybe. They're not very fast though. Is it Vanderhall?
I think it is.
Those things are so cool,
It's
dude.
Vander something.
Yeah, it's Vanderhall. I know Vanderhall's got like a 3.5 liter V6 in it. Naturally aspirated. It just looks like an old Morgan, you know, but 3 wheels. I feel like this thing's taking me in the wrong direction. Where's yeah, there's that Jackson area. I guess we're going the right way. Yeah, slingshot. Yeah, people call them slingshots also. I think the manufacturer is T-Rex, if I'm not mistaken. But the really, really nice ones are those Vanderhalls. Those things are just so elegant, you know? Ew.
They have the whole highway closed.
Yeah, well, this is. I think this has been closed. I think this has been closed. Yeah. Yeah, neither have I. I'm like, and they've changed so much, dude. Like the traffic pattern is so different now that
586
it's just difficult to figure out where you're going.
496. Have a good night.
Just on like Roger 2300.
Where's this Lamborghini?
Oh, right here, right in front of us.
There it is. That ain't blue. Oh no, it's 2.
Sucks.
It's 2.
3 cars.
Yeah. There we go. Wow.
Ow.
That's a rental. That's a rental.
That sucks.
Level 31.
Yeah,
Yeah, that wasn't even like our call, dude.
they're not checking yet.
That was like we just happened to stumble upon, like, you know.
QSL. Is on
I mean, I guess we kind of went there on purpose, but minor accident.
QSL is back in.
QSL, you ready?
QSL, all right.
They should be taking it momentarily. 20 minutes.
We're officially the rubbernecking channel.
No, you should use it on that for a couple nights.
Time is it?
11:03.
I used to have to come here a lot when I was a kid. Not a kid, but you know, after I started driving, I would get a ticket
Oh.
basically once a week for one stupid thing or another I was doing on the road. Yeah, we got the visual. No, I think it is gonna rain tomorrow, Alex. All right, here we go.
317.
317, channel 1.
1131, bro. I got 317, I'm on 324, 315, Northwest 17 and 40, Northwest 17 and 40. Black Vista Road turned over. See people stuck inside, 2304, 1131, bro.
17 and 40.
It's 1260. 1124, any unit that's close to the area, 17 and 40. 1124. 26 and 240.
40?
Yeah.
Kissing is QH 317, Northwest 17 and 40 is page.
Right there. Straight ahead.
Yeah.
1125, 50. Show me that way, save it, and show me a frequency. Guess what, 2305, just maintain.
Alright, guys, well, it's kind of fitting that what we're going to is a rollover. Considering that a rollover is what started us doing this in the first place. So, let's go check it out. Yeah, it's a rollover. People trapped inside. I hope they're okay, man. And we're kind of far.
4134.
Reference. Use maintain, Northwest 17 and 40.
We're about 6 minutes out.
306, here's my time.
Hey guys, do me a favor. Hit that like button and share to your socials.
You're on B-Bag, there's no rollover.
Oh, there's no rollover. Jeez Louise.
Come on.
That's crazy, just let me in.
They call it in as a rollover.
Yes, sir, I'm going to be blocking northbound 17th Avenue from 40.
I mean,
I'm for the 317, Northwest 1740, slow number 018. I'm for the 317, Northwest 1740, slow number 018, 2007.
we don't want anybody
Denver
hurt,
25 arrival.
obviously.
Arrival, 3007.
1124 arrival.
Arrival, 2007.
Yeah, but like, how do you go? How do they get a call from a car that's rolled over, and then when they show up there, it's like, oh, there's no car that's rolled over. Nobody's trapped inside. It was a car that was it was rolled over with people trapped inside, and now they're saying no rollover. And I don't know if they said that they were trapped or not. I doubt it. The officer sounded disappointed. I was like, Miami, slow the units down. There's no rollover. We're only about 4 minutes out, so we'll see what we see. I see the blue lights up there.
Arrival. Yes, sir, arrival. That's 20 hours now.
The city seems big when you want to get somewhere quick.
Yeah.
That release for, what was the unit for? It's going to be 1221 and check with 1221 for the unit. It's going to be 2 units. Yes, sir, 23 Lima.
Oh, this road is bumpy. I think they blocked. I think I heard that they blocked 17th Avenue northbound.
Can you have 309 code flight?
Yes, I'm on a real time. Good, 2309. Any on scene of that 17 can land? Is there
No.
Anybody on scene?
It's funny. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be. Well, I mean, I guess.
Avoid domestics? Yeah.
Yeah, domestics. You know, I rolled up on one once, and dude, that was pretty scary. But yeah, this car in front, no, not a DUI. The problem is that the road is real bumpy. It's got potholes, and you know, the manhole covers are like, you know, I don't know, sticking up, and so the car in front of us is just avoiding them, and I'm following him.
1120. Miami, can we possibly get a Channel 3 unit to hold the northbound traffic coming from 38th Street?
Yeah, you're gonna have to park. You probably park on the side a little closer.
Yeah, we can get there.
Leon 31.
Oh,
Another
yeah.
one.
Park here.
We'll see you in custody. Yes, might be that man.
Oh, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Can you guys still hear me okay? I didn't.
No?
Nope.
Okay, y'all gonna record, y'all stay right there, don't get any closer, okay?
Yeah, no problem. You got it.
Got an extra half. The orange car in the road, you can see it. He blows through the damn light. They coming across.
Yeah.
He even told him he was going this way.
Oh yeah.
He blows through the light. You can see it. They coming this way, he blows through the light.
Everybody okay?
That is over there.
That guy's on a bike? Or was that guy in one of the cars?
Probably, a lot of them come out of the SUV. But you can see it. Look at the damage on the little car.
Yeah.
They coming this way, he blows through there and hit them.
Uh-huh.
You can see how the vehicle look.
Yep.
He blows through the light. They like the green. They coming this way. He blows through. The vehicle's tinted. You could look at it.
Hey, we're live on YouTube right now. You want to say hi?
Ooh, I don't think I
Huh?
stay up the sidewalk. I didn't come. I heard it. I come on like, you can just look at it.
Well, everybody, we won't put your face on camera, but what's your name?
No, I ain't gonna do nothing.
You doing that, huh? All right.
But you can just see it.
Don't get arrested. Yeah, I'm not gonna get arrested. Don't worry about it. We're in good company. This guy looks like he's hurt, man.
He probably was coming to the store. I see him with a bike or something.
Yeah, airbags deployed. It's a pretty rough accident.
Yeah. You can see the damage on the little car.
Yep.
He ran into them.
Yep. Yeah, but how'd this one end up sideways?
Because they coming this way.
Oh, they were coming
He
from that
going
side
back.
over there.
Yeah, he going north, they going west.
Oh, so it was a hard hit because he must have pushed them this way, huh?
There you go. You can see the damage. I hit some front end.
Yeah. Look at the curtain airbags all
Yeah.
deployed in there on both sides.
He ran into them. That's why it's where it's sitting.
Yeah.
Exactly. He ran into them.
Uh-huh. Well, I think everybody's okay. Rescue's here. Fire department's here. '17th is completely shut down, north and southbound. You know, I'm not sure, Alex. I don't know what station this rescue is. I don't really follow rescue very much. I don't know much about their stations. All right, guys. Well, standard traffic accident. Let's get back on the road. I don't know. I don't know if they took anyone. They weren't in a hurry, so if they did, all right. Well, that's the first time how's that for a smooth transition from camera mounted in the car to mobile? I thought it worked pretty well. Rescue 12. How was the quality when I exited? Was it good? The audio quality, did it stay clear? I can't read it.
El Marino says very good. And Alex says that the small ones like that, rescues, have drugs and paramedics. The big fire trucks don't have drugs or paramedics. EMTs drive, and those are for basic calls and fires.
Mm-hmm.
Sean says cool transition.
Was it pretty smooth? Yeah. This is gonna be my second. Video was clear on location. Excellent. That's what we want to hear. That's technically the first time I've gone to a call and gotten out of the vehicle with this setup since we got this setup. So congratulations, guys. First time. Here's to many more. Well, you know. Yep. There's Station 12. We just drove by it. And the rescue was in there. So they didn't take anybody. I mean, unless they took them back to the station, which I doubt. Who's
Roshanti or Rochester?
Thanks, Roshanti. You know it's free if you don't get transported. I have a sneaky suspicion that Alex works for the fire department.
If you ever need EMS and don't have money, it's okay.
I'd imagine somebody gets the bill.
Alex went through paramedic school.
Oh.
That's gotta be rough. Couldn't stomach it for long. Yeah, I've heard, right?
Yeah.
See, pretty.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about the things that they see, to be honest with you. The older I get, the harder it is for me to even imagine.
Old people all day and EMS.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah. I mean, it's, you know, the old people is tugs at your heart, man, but dude, watching, like, showing up to some of these accidents and just seeing the, I can't even, I don't know how they do it. God bless them. That profession's got a lot of people that get really messed up, man.
Alex says it's hard to be a police officer too. The suicides are terrible. Yeah.
4133.
4133.
Maybe show me arrival and show me monitoring tower.
Yes, 2324.
Better of the community. Thanks for your service.
I think he's just generally thanking
Yeah.
police officers and. Oh look, here's the.
That's.
Isn't this where the barbecue place
Yeah.
is? That's that Michelin
Are they still open?
rated. I think so. I think they are. I forgot what it's called. They do, man. They really do a lot, John. They yeah. Hometown barbecue. That's it, John. Sally, no, we're not police officers. We listen to the radio, to the police radio while driving around, and then if something major happens, we go over there to be nosy.
Hey, Panchito.
Car Patrol 15.
Yep. Super calm night.
Marine 15.
Alright, let's head south. That's what we were going for.
Sally says I didn't
Anthony,
know that
Patrol
was a
Unit
thing.
1 to the channel. Miami Marine Patrol.
Going backwards.
Is he? Oh shit. Well, it's a good thing we're paying attention to what we're doing. Yeah, it's a thing, Sally.
Marine Patrol Unit 1.
At least it is here. On this channel, anyway.
Marine 15.
They're approximately a 13 at 1198 Venetian.
That's going to be 1309 Miami.
At 2327. Can you arrive on Marine 35 in U.S. carrier?
Yeah, kids help, period.
Yes, I think so. 2327.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never heard that, John, but it makes sense. The superstition, you know. Those guys are all happy to stay in at the station. You know what I mean? When they get called out, it's not fun.
Do you ever get car sick?
No, not really. I love driving around. Do you ever get car sick?
No.
You don't get car sick.
John, don't you have to be up at 4:30 in the morning? Or be somewhere at 4:30 in the morning?
All 36 booking of arrival. At 2329.
Alright, we're back in. Let's see, 5, channel 5. Hey, C. Bautista. Yeah, I mean, I listen to the county on my scanner from time to time. You know, the greater Miami-Dade County area is it's just so large, you know. It takes, if you wanna go see what's happening, you know, it just takes a long time to get there, you know. So you're up here in Central, and you know something happens in Kendall, you know. But I listen to it from time to time.
Taking on a 50, it's going to be Northwest 9 and 2, off 912.
2330.
Here's a call. I don't know what's going on here. There's Pinolandia.
Sorry for the trolley.
Yeah. It's like a minor accident. AC.
7326 by 32 strip. Yes, on that. It's going to be 34. Thank you. That's good. 2330.
Yeah, Midwest is good too. I mean, Northeast is kind of where all the stuff goes down, and then Central. They're not Central. What is there, like headquarters? I don't listen to it enough to remember all the dispatch areas. But I mean, the first thing, if you're scanning the county, there's so many places to scan, so you got to kind of stick to one, you know. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I listen to the county every now and then. you know, but not regularly. My time is kind of occupied with the 4 City of Miami channels and you know, the system that runs it, and just making sure that stays up and running all the time, and you know. Oh no, I trust you. I know a lot of stuff goes down there. Uh-oh. We're about to have a fight here between Alex and Bautista. Argue amongst yourselves, guys. They say we go for another 30 minutes.
Did we lose you guys?
Sorry about that, guys. That was my fault. I think I just realized you can't swipe away from the Streamlabs screen to check your battery, which is kind of dumb. It doesn't stream from the background. It's probably some setting. I gotta check. By the way, for those of you who were tuning in the other day when I was talking about Streamlabs, they still haven't gotten back to me. I've sent them a few messages, you know, like not rushing them or anything. They escalated the case to, I think it went past tier 1. It's at past tier 2, and it's at tier 1 now. But I think we may have found a bug in Streamlabs. Hopefully they're working on it, but who knows.
Sally says y'all must blown through money on gas.
Nope. We spend exactly $0 on gas.
Well, I mean, charge it.
Yeah. Yeah, Alex, it sounds like a bug. Yeah, El Marino, I know it froze. I was just saying that I switched out of the Streamlabs app to go check the battery, and apparently it drops the connection when you do that. It's not the case with the YouTube app, by the way. YouTube will stream from the background. Streamlabs won't. I haven't checked if there's a setting. And yeah, CJ, it sounds like a bug. Or maybe not a bug, but some type of, you know, workaround with settings, you know. If I had to guess, it probably has something to do with all the new OAuth stuff that everybody seems to be implementing and deploying and forcing on people nowadays. So OAuth 2.0 and all the handshaking that goes on, and you know. Oh man, I'm getting sleepy. Yeah, I'm speculating, obviously, but just kind of on the surface and looking at it, you know, from what I know, I would imagine that the issue with the multi streaming, I haven't tried it with anything other than YouTube and X, to be honest. I should really try like YouTube and Facebook, or Facebook and X, or some other combination of multi streaming. But if I had to guess, just given what I know about OAuth 2.0 and the way that authentication works nowadays, especially with their V2 API, that X API V2, I would say that the issue that they're having is some type of an issue on their server. Because so when you multi-stream, obviously you have to stream to their cloud service, and then that turns it around and sends it to whatever streams you pick. And I'm pretty sure that there's got to be some type of an authentication issue, particularly when it comes to starting the stream. So right now, if I start the stream, if I start a multi-stream, it'll actually create the container, give it a title, a description, you know, create the container on both YouTube and on Twitter, but it won't actually start streaming. The video never starts actually streaming to either of the two. IOF, no. OAuth. OAUTH. OAuth 2.0. It's an authentication protocol. Let's go take a look at the trail. See what's going on Calle Ocho. Hey, I have a question for you guys. Do you get, so YouTube recently changed the way that they serve ads, and we like have no choice anymore when they're served. Are you guys getting served ads on this at all? And does it happen like at proper intervals? I mean, how do they insert them? Obviously, I don't see them ever, so I have no idea. So, yes, you get served ads? Oh yeah, a few times. Okay. And so how does it work? Is it just like in the middle of whatever and they just get inserted? There's like no rhyme or reason to it? Randomly. Huh. Okay.
How long?
And yeah, can you like skip them, or how does it work? I can't read it.
After I comment and I know you guys respond in live, because I catch the last few words by the time I skip the ad.
Oh.
I got one ad a few times and then two back to back randomly. But do they last like, is it a minute, or are they super short?
Can you skip them like after like a few seconds?
Like 3 seconds before we are allowed to skip. Wow. That's annoying.
Yeah, I wonder if I can somehow manage the insertion so that it's not like random, you know? I gotta read about that.
33 and Flagler, contact Luke. Black male, 39. He's wearing a white shirt, gray pants. He's been drinking all day.
Where is it?
I didn't catch it.
Okay, let's go.
33 and Flagler, contact Luke. Black male, 39. He's wearing a white shirt, gray pants. He's been drinking all day off his meds.
Ooh.
Suffers from bipolar. He's non-violent. 2342.
Yeah.
San Juan 15. San Juan.
I'll pass.
60 flag. Northwest 7 for both. 2342.
I missed your interaction with the police officer. You know what? I'm gonna have to change the text size on this, dude.
Careful, I'll read it.
Just.
If I go back and see the live later, I can see those parts and rewind, etc. Past ads, if any.
Okay.
El Marino says, I miss your interaction with the police officer, but I was able to rewind and watch.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to. I'm just not accustomed to how this works. You know, I literally have zero clue. How the ads work. I do know that they're supposed to get inserted by YouTube at the right time, but I can't for the life of me imagine how they pick the right time.
Yeah.
You know. So I'm wondering if maybe I can do it like at least. What?
John says, yeah, I get ads and it seems to be when you're replying to me. Really?
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
So, like if we say your name? That's kind of creepy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that. I gotta figure all that out because it's all good that they insert ads, and I mean I understand that, I get that it has to happen, and that the channel's ad driven or whatever it is, but I mean if it like interrupts what's going on, I don't think that's good. So I gotta sit down and kind of maybe read about that a little bit, see if I can have a little bit more control over ad insertion.
So John says, I've gotten probably about 3 to 5 since joining. They hit you with an ad. When you return to stream, it plays from where you left off.
Oh, so you're behind. So it pauses the stream for you, plays an ad, and then when you skip it or when you go back in, it just picks up right where the ad inserted.
Switching out B shift 06, B shift 06, 2345. Good night, 7121.
Alex says it's every channel, even the big ones. Yeah.
06 Northwest 4217. Good night.
Excuse me, 7125.
There's B shift 06.
7126.
06, Miami. Good night.
Okay, so 7322.
836. Good night.
Okay, so 7323.
Northwest 2701. Good night.
Okay, so 7325.
Southern Main 32. Good night.
Okay, so 7326.
743. Good night.
Okay, from 06.
So the gimbal seems to be good for about 2.5 hours of continuous use. Maybe 2. I'd say about 2 hours and 15 minutes of continuous use. The phone is good for, well, we're down to about 30%. Started at 100. It's been going for 2 hours and 46 minutes. The microphone, I think that's the one that consumes the least battery. That one's not even complaining. If I switch away from, I can't check the battery on the phone. But the last time I checked, it was at 35, so I'm assuming it's about 30.
Oh, wait.
The streets know and get busy while you're switching shifts. Yeah. All right, Sally. Well, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like button before you go if you like the stream, and subscribe. Share this with anybody who you think that'll find it useful. We're trying to build the channel, obviously, and we can use all the help we can get. Everybody in here is pretty much an early adopter. I think my message got missed due to that issue. He thought Alex and I were about to argue. And we were not at all. No, I no. Bautista, no, I didn't think that you were about to argue. That was a joke. But yeah, basically it was like, you know, that's like when I see the FedEx guy and the UPS guy pulling up together. I take out a camera. I'm like, hey, you guys gonna fight? Just because, you know, one was saying CJ was saying that the county's boring, and you were saying that the county's not boring. Yeah, I can charge the phone while I record. I just don't have an available port right now because I have my phone playing the scanner audio, and then I have the gimbal, which I have to hook up to a charger, so that's the second one. Like a little USB-C hub or something to kind of distribute power, or maybe like a power inverter. Dude, it's everywhere you turn, it's just another expense, you know. I'm trying to keep it as cheap as possible, you know what I mean? But yeah, I could definitely charge the phone, and I could charge the phone while just so you know, I could charge the phone while I'm streaming. But I'd have to use the audio on I'd have to use the phone's microphone as opposed to this little lapel microphone that I'm using now, because the interface for the lapel microphone is actually attached to the lightning connector on the bottom of the phone. So if I disconnect that, this microphone stops working, which is fine, you know, but it isn't as clear from the phone microphone. We're back at Influencer Central. There's always so many people out here. I mean, sometimes more than others, but most of the time this place is packed. I mean, yeah, it's not a big deal. You know, I could charge the phone. I don't have to use this microphone. But the audio is a lot more focused.
Our favorite corner.
Yeah. Our favorite corner. Influencer Central.
I mean, there's always something happening around here.
Yeah.
But it's been so quiet lately.
Yeah. Man, you guys are troopers. You guys are troopers. You've been here for 3 hours with us, man. That's crazy.
Good night, John. Everybody's going to bed now.
Yeah. No, it's time.
We're gonna be going to bed.
It's time to cut it. It's time to cut it. Yeah, we're gonna be doing the same thing. In fact, I think we're gonna sign off right now. So, just to be clear, with our very unscientific test that we've done, the full moon does absolutely bupkis to to bring the chaos out. Maybe the waning moon, maybe the waxing moon. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, as of right now, I am thoroughly convinced that the full moon actually makes people less chaotic. One call from one district in 3 hours on a full moon night pretty much puts that to bed. The streets are crazy. I do this all day. Yeah. 0906. Yep, that's what we're doing. 0906, guys. So listen, thank you very, very, very much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. We really appreciate it. You can find in the description of the channel my email if you guys want to shoot me any ideas, anything that you want me to do. I get a lot of requests for the county, so I might take that under consideration. Bautista's not the first one. You have a great night, El Marino. Have a great night, Bautista. CJ, Alex, thank you for tuning in. Let's see. Let's try to not miss anybody here. Sally turned off her VPN, his VPN. Panchito. They gave us, Panchito coined Influencer Central here. It's been a great night. It's been great driving around with you guys. We'll probably do it again this weekend at some point. And listen, check the description for the Telegram stuff. Follow us on Twitter. Definitely follow us on YouTube. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell. Again, like I said, it really helps a lot, and I really, really, really appreciate you guys putting up with those ads. I'm gonna try to fix that. I promise. I'll try to make it so that it's not as disruptive as it is now. Let's see if maybe we can go to manual inserts or something like that. But thank you again. Have a wonderful night, and see you soon.
The broadcast is ending now, but a new one will be available in just a few minutes. Live broadcasts start at 8 a.m., 4 p.m., and midnight every day. So make sure you subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. See you soon.